It's the gayest podcast ever.
Hello and welcome to the gayest podcast ever. I'm Josh and I'm here with
Eric and CJ.
Hello, boys. How are we?
Good squirrel friends. How are we? We are just summer is slowly.
The squirrels are coming out. Spring's here.
Spring. I mean, it's slowly though. We're like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Like we'll get warm, then we've got snow.
Positive thinking. Bring the nuts out, boys. It's bird watching season.
I just had to explain to someone. I was like about what squirrel friend meant. I go, it upsets me because they know I hate squirrels and I'm slightly terrified of them. And I go, I hate that RuPaul's. I was like, hey, squirrel friends. And like, why would she say that? I go, because drag queens. I go, they hide their nuts.
Yeah.
Like, squirrel. Like, hide
and
their
we're
nuts.
ready for them to come out in the basketball shorts. It's time for shirtless jogging season.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Bird watching.
Cheers to that.
Tweet.
Oh, I was like, chirp. I feel like we're all like Arrested Development when they all do the different sound. Like, what do you think a chicken looks like? Bacaw.
I think all of us saw spring when we were downstairs drinking earlier, and someone walked in in just a jersey, no sleeves, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
All 3 of us noticed different.
Basketball jerseys. Basketball jerseys. You show off those arms.
Yeah. He was wearing a Michael Jordan jersey. It was like, swoosh, baby.
I want to be like Mike.
Yeah. And you can also tell warmer weather is coming because we all have beers in our hands.
Yes. This. And we're all matching in blue today. It's
Well, blue is kind of wintry, isn't it?
Well, we're coming on to spring. We're transforming. I mean, next month we'll all be in pastels.
Yeah. Things are popping up everywhere. Speaking of things that are popping up everywhere, there's going to be another Joe Bro Baby. Is that right? Joe Bro Baby?
Number 2.
Number 2 for Joe and Sophie.
Number 2 for Joe and Sophie. Overall, this is like the 5th child between them all?
Yes.
Kevin just has 1, right?
Kevin has 2 girls.
Oh, 2 girls.
Then
2 girls.
Oh, then Joe will have
he has a girl.
And
Nick
to be
and
determined.
Priyanka, what did Nick and Priyanka have?
According to Spencer, they had... but we don't know.
They're keeping that tight.
They are.
And then they had that confrontation with Rosie O'Donnell at Nobu in Malibu.
So I've only heard about this. I don't know do you know what happened?
Yes.
This was Priyanka and Nick Jonas.
Priyanka and Nick were like at Nobu for dinner, and Rosie O'Donnell was there with like her daughter and her son.
She can still afford it?
I mean...
Does she have a career?
That
She
Rosie
had a
O'Donnell
career.
show money, man.
She's still collecting those legal your own royalties.
She was pre-Ellen.
Yeah.
She paved the way for Ellen's show. Remember those kush balls?
I was going to say the Koosh people probably paid her.
Yeah, but they were at dinner, and apparently, like, Rosie was like, "Oh, I know your father," and it was because they have the same name. And Priyanka's like, "Oh, that's a pretty common name in India. He's not my father." Apparently, her father's deceased.
Oh.
So it was like awkward, real awkward. And then she issued this public apology, but Priyanka didn't really think it was, a good enough apology. She's like, if you're gonna come up to somebody and have a conversation like that, you should know their name. Or she clapped back. And so then, she issued a statement, and I think Rosie just kind of let it die now because...
Yeah.
Just like her career.
I'm sick of her and the controversy in the news. We get it.
Yeah. Well, and like the whole thing too is like if you do make she must not have owned up to her misstep when it happened, because like if you're having a conversation with anyone and you misstep like that, you're like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. Like,
you've seen Rosie though.
Yeah.
Like she can be kind of a bitch. Like
aggressive.
I guess
sure.
she's a little controversy.
Yeah. I mean, I like Rosie O'Donnell, but she can come across as somewhat of like my way or like no way.
Yeah.
And I'm like
that real like intense. I'm trying to think of the right word, but like aggressive or whatever. But yeah.
Remember on her show when she tried to pretend that she was all in love with Tom Cruise, and that was like all that she talked about?
That was a big thing for her, wasn't it?
I bet that she ate those words.
Well, they're both gay, so
yeah, he went and jumped on Oprah's couch, not hers, right?
right.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I just saw like Suri Cruise is like 15 or something.
I guess she's driving a car.
Yeah.
I can't even believe it. Other things I can't believe. Brandon Blackstock's divorce settlement from Kelly Clarkson.
Things I want in my wallet.
Oh my God. So the divorce is, again, it's not a gayest podcast ever episode unless me or CJ bring up Kelly Clarkson.
Do you hear this, Kelly Clarkson? We
Or
want to be
Adele.
on your show.
Yes, we support you and we think that this is crazy. So he got So the divorce is settled. He gets a lump sum of $1.3 million.
That's like chump change, though.
Okay.
It really is a small amount.
Then he gets $45,601 per month until the kids are 18.
She's probably going to send a via wire.
The wire transfer's on the mail. Or whatever. And then he gets spousal support of $115,000 per month from Kelly until January 31st of 2024.
Did they have a prenup?
They did, and believe it or not, he got less.
Oh.
He was he was contesting getting more. The only shining light in all of this is because he's still living out in Montana or whatever, and so she won the Montana property in the divorce settlement, so he has to pay her $2,000 a month. I mean, so she'll send him $112 instead of $114 or whatever.
I'm sorry, is that her light bill?
Right.
Right, it's Montana apparently. You know.
I still want to know why the fuck they're getting divorced.
I would love to know. I'm telling you that nanny. It would have to be the
Something
nanny.
happened in Montana, and I think we need to call Beth Dutton, and she'll get to the bottom of
They
this.
were in that 2-room place in Montana with the nanny.
I still can't get over this cottage.
Remember, she was like doing her TV show from the bathroom.
Right. The nanny was literally sleeping in the same room as them.
I was picturing like a lavish ranch, like.
And I think that was Endgame, but like COVID happened and they were like, let's just escape there. The other thing that I think is really interesting is that part of the divorce settlement required that the kids be vaccinated once they're at the like federally recommended age, because they're gonna be traveling between California and Montana to see the dad. And Kelly was like, they gotta be vaccinated if they're doing it, and the judge agreed to it.
Wow. So
I don't know necessarily if the judge agreed to it, however the divorce proceedings were settled, whether it was amicably or via judge or
They're
whatever.
not going to tell Kelly Clarkson no.
No.
I don't know. Strange things are happening over there in the land of California, because Kim Kardashian is now declared legally single as well.
I didn't know that was a thing, that you could be declared legally
Right,
single.
because he refused.
If somebody keeps contesting the divorce, I'm fearful for her.
I'm fearful for Kim.
I feel like he is going to have like a breakdown. Like all the stuff he's posting on social media. Like I feel like he's going to lose his mind.
Yeah, and like again, I think Kanye struggles with a lot of mental issues, and I don't think either one of us are like saying like, oh, like Kanye deserves X, Y, or Z. Kanye needs, I think, some type of medical care and to
Agreed.
get his chemical imbalance balanced. And I feel like the kids and Kim are suffering the brunt of this, and we've seen so many Hollywood couples go through this type of thing where it ends really, really badly. You guys remember Phil Hartman on SNL?
I do. Yeah.
It's very like, she was clearly, they said, unstable,
yeah.
not on medication, and then she killed herself. Like, it was all very tragic, and it would be so sad.
So
for
just
this,
like for further reference, like if we're learning anything from Hollywood these days, date somebody who looks like a busboy.
And also, Kanye needs to get his ass kicked too, just a couple times.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a God complex.
Absolutely.
Yee.
I'm not calling him.
I can't. And when the Wyoming, and then he was running for president, I'm like, you need to bring it on down. Like, there's been a lot
Are
of
him and Brandon Blackstock like neighbors?
I don't know. There's
he's
so much stuff on TikTok though, like how controlling he was. Like, he made her wear this wedding dress. Like, there was like a clip that came out from the Kardashians where he's telling her what to wear to the Met Gala, and she shouldn't be wearing this corset and stuff. And she's his wife and needs to listen to him and obey him. And I'm like, bitch,
sit on it.
He was telling her like what she could post on Instagram, like the photos from her photo shoot. He's like, you need to post these photos in order. And she's like, you're not going to tell me what to post on my Instagram.
This sounds like a closet gay to me.
Well, Tom Cruise. No.
Well, and I'm like shocked that Chris went along with this for so long, because we know Chris controls that empire. Like, those are her girls.
Yeah, but I mean, it started getting, when he was getting mouthy with like the family over social media, is when stuff like really started to like fall apart.
Chloe
and break down.
was kind of vocal at times.
Yeah, and like Courtney like called him. It like aired on the show, and I hope he gets the help he needs, and I hope everybody stays safe. But it's it's a divorce world over there in California right now.
Yeah, a lot of people did not make it out of COVID together.
Although, what's the quarterback, Aaron Rodgers and Shailene Woodley. They might be working it out. They seem to call off their engagement, and they've been spotted together. They just attended a wedding together.
Speaking of closeted homosexuals.
Yeah.
Well, that's where I was leading.
Oh, I was like,
And
man.
also-
Follow the Yellow Brick Road.
Crazy loves crazy too. So
Yeah, crazy loves crazy. They feed off of each other. Yeah, it's toxic though. I don't recommend it.
And this is where we would insert the Britney Spears toxic song.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. Is she married or engaged or
Because
what's?
her Instagram the other day, she said my husband
She keeps
instead
saying
of my
it.
fiance.
She said it on multiple posts now.
And I was like, whoa, Brittany. First of all, put your clothes on.
Because if she ain't twirling or laying naked
She
somewhere.
was on a beach, just her hands, and that was all we saw.
Yeah.
Girl, I've seen you on a beach, and all I saw was
She's got you there. She's got you there. She's speechless right now. Let me pick that
Yeah,
job.
I know.
I don't even have words. Yes, but I'm not Britney Spears.
Well, more power to her. She's free the titty. Hashtag.
She is freeing more than
we
some
freed Britney.
titties.
Now we're freeing the titty.
I don't want us to put your taco back in.
Yeah. She says she really wants a baby, so maybe she did get married to him. Maybe they did it and they're keeping it private. I mean, wasn't Janet Jackson married for like a decade before we all found out?
I can't keep
Her
up with the
and-
Jacksons.
remember- yeah.
There's like 20 of them.
Yeah.
Keeping up with the Jacksons.
Keeping up with the Jacksons. Man, did Joe miss out.
Yeah. The original momager. Him and-
TV gold.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have tuned in for that for sure. But yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe they're married, maybe they're not. Maybe it's Britney being Britney, but
And now she's like bringing up the death of Brittany Murphy.
I did see that.
On like social media, she's like, "No, really, what happened?" Because apparently they lived in the same house, and the house that Brittany Murphy died in was Britney Spears' house.
Well, I feel like she
So
just...
maybe she knows something.
No, she'll read an article.
Brittany said
the
that the
news.
house was haunted, is why she moved out.
Brittany. No.
She knows.
Again,
She knows.
no words. No words. She'll read something in the news and she'll be like, "Oh, you guys, it's true.
Extra.
It happened."
Extra.
Here's my
no.
titties.
Maybe they literally did keep shit from her though. Maybe they literally like were able to, under this conservatorship, to limit what she was exposed to media wise. Maybe it was like Kim Jong Un. Maybe it was like, like Korea, China shit over there, and she was censored so much. Now she's finding out all this stuff. Like she's finding out that
She's like, "Guys, we had a black president."
yes, absolutely.
No one told me.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Who knows? Who knows what happened there? Who absolutely knows? She did get a book deal. Oh, I got it.
I mean, who doesn't get a book deal these days?
Who's gonna write this book?
Yeah, she definitely.
Who
It's
is
not
your
her.
ghostwriter?
It's all just one Instagram
Yeah,
post.
if it's anything like her Instagram, it's gonna be a lot of dots.
All the fashion shows are going on now too in Europe. Have you guys been watching any of that on like Instagram?
What do you mean?
Like Kendall Jenner's in all these shows. The bad.
She's just naming Kardashian.
No,
I'm not keeping
it's
up with the Kardashians either.
Michigan? No, I don't know. But Kim Kardashian was there with Alexa, who plays Maddie on Euphoria.
Okay.
And apparently they've been like friends for like years.
That
like,
tracks.
And she's like,
I just found out she was like 30 years old, which blew my mind.
Is this
yeah.
90210?
Yeah.
this?
Okay, but she
Andrea?
she does not look like Andrea Zuckerman did.
it's Andrea.
Yeah. But yeah, it was also like, but she looks like a high schooler.
No, but there was that one funny meme where like Kendall comes walking around the corner, and the beef with Rihanna. I think I mentioned it a couple weeks ago, where she was like, "Well, then don't come."
About
and
playing a song
The
that she
side eye that Rihanna is giving with her pregnant exposed belly on this runway is like, because it's like a square, and Kendall comes walking around the corner, and Rihanna's just like side eye.
I love that.
Was that the same runway where someone's like shouted at Rihanna, "You're late," and she looked at the person and goes, "Bitch, I know," and like just kept walking. I was like, Rihanna's queen.
I
man.
don't know, but I would have loved to have seen
Oh,
that.
it's good. Like Rihanna just looks at her like, "Bitch, I know." Like I'm fucking Rihanna. Like
Right.
this show, will
But they
start.
didn't start without me, did they?
Okay.
I do love that video where Rihanna's like at a fashion show and the trans model comes out with like these long as edges, and Rihanna literally stands up and flips her off and is like, "Fuck you, bitch. fuck you because you look like that.
Yeah.
You are gorgeous.
It's like the highest compliment
Right.
ever. I mean, I would die if Rihanna fucked me off. Fucked me off. Fucked me off.
Fucked me up.
Whatever.
Right. Josh is straight again.
Rihanna could do anything to me and I would be offended. Or I would be so happy.
Josh walked in. This is my wife.
Stay tuned for the After Hours podcast with Josh and Rihanna.
Oh, I mean, you'd tune in. I mean, I'm not
I'd
leaving
be
the
at the
pod.
show. What are you talking about?
I'm not leaving this podcast anytime soon, but if Rihanna asks me to do it, I'm gone.
I'd be quitting my full-time career and be like, I'm Josh's assistant from now on.
I would be at the stage flipping you out.
Oh, well, that's wonderful, and I think that on that note, we should chug our beers. And when we come,
Yeah, bro.
yeah, bro.
Welcome to the straightest podcast ever.
And when we come back, we'll dive into our next topic. Stay tuned. And we're back. We're going way, way back. Back to a time where men wore trousers. I don't know what they're called. Pantaloons.
I don't know where she's
I have no
going.
idea what you're referencing. But
What are you doing?
I was trying to
She's
tee up.
so easy.
Do I take off my pants? What?
Tee up? Now we're golfing?
This is the straightest podcast ever.
It's a sports reference.
Tee up or pinky up? Like,
All right. Well, everyone's favorite scandal show is back. Bridgerton.
oh, that's where you were going.
They wear funny pants.
Olden times.
Olden time, going way, way back.
They're bitches.
Yeah.
Breeches. Trousers, pantaloons, who knows? I'd love it when they take them off in Bridgerton.
So, Bridgerton season 2's coming.
Correct.
All right, and so this season is about the oldest brother falling in love,
Anthony.
Anthony, who's also family in real life.
Right.
Jonathan Bayleaf. I think that's how you... Jonathan Bayleaf? Bay something?
That sounds like something I put in a soup.
Yeah. He can come in my soup.
Good soup.
I would slurp that right up.
So is this how the books go too?
Yes. The
Okay.
first book is Daphne's story, which we saw in season 1. Her,
Oh, I forgot like their name, like the damn 7 brides for 7 brothers, like
Yes,
the alphabet.
They
Yeah.
are Anthony, Benedict, Colin, Daphne, Eloise, Francesca, and there's a boy.
Gideon,
I always want to say Gideon, but that's 7 brides for 7
Yeah.
brothers, and it's
Wow.
not
Galen.
Galen. But yeah, so the books kind of, they start with Daphne for some reason, but then they go
Because
in.
she was with the Duke.
Yeah, Simon.
Yes.
Woof.
So are they not going to be in the second season?
Daphne is. He is not.
Correct.
So sad.
Yes, and
He's
so
off doing Duke things.
Oh yeah, I mean he's riding that high. He's like everyone's favorite new Cat's Meow.
I mean, I just haven't heard about him.
But I
lately,
do
so-
want to know what he's going to be in next.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. They were talking about him being the new James Bond or something.
I
where at
hope
one
you
point,
did
too-
not have a
You
one-hit
know,
wonder on our
I
hands.
do need him to be Idris Elba's first. And then
I have 2 words for you that you think you're too big for the show. Misha Barton.
Oh, wow. Yeah, what happened to her?
Yeah, did they kill her off on the show?
She asked to be killed off, and then look, she was killed off in Hollywood.
So the best part about the show is, or I should say, at least the books is like every book centers on one of the children and their love life or whatever and their significant other, but as the books progress the other siblings come in and out, and so like Simon Lord whatever doesn't actually play like a huge part. He is there with Daphne, but like Daphne, because she's Anthony's sister, she's the one trying to help more along the lines, so it kind of worked out a little bit. I'm sure they'll make mention of him, I'm sure, because they have babies, but that's like the fun part about the books is like
Are there 8 books?
yeah, there's a bonus one that the mom finds love again.
Okay, I have a question. Without spoiling, I mean, no, it spoils it. So, Mrs. Bridgerton, who's writing the columns, is obviously, we found out in season 1, or not.
She's not. She's one of the friends. She's
Lady.
Eloise's friend.
Friend, yeah, okay.
The Feathertons.
The feather, yeah, okay. So does she end up with Colin?
I'm not going to comment on that.
Oh my god!
But
you're
I
killing
will.
me. You're gonna make me read.
Read the books.
I will say, please. They've already greenlit all this season. You just gotta wait.
Reading is what?
Oh, fundamental. But in the books, you don't find out who Lady Whistledown is.
Lady Whistledown.
You don't find out who she is because she is Penelope Featherton in the books, but we find that at the end of season 1. But you don't find that out in the books till like book 3 or 4.
Oh, okay.
So
Shonda is going to start throwing some curves and twists in there eventually. She's going to branch out from the books.
well, Shonda is producer in name only.
Well,
She does not have creative control. She left that to Chris Van Dusen, whose family.
it's also
I heard a little
Shonda.
German come out there, Van Dusen.
Yeah, well, I've been watching
Yeah.
Inventing Anna. Is it Russian or is it German?
It's Russian, German. We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we still don't know.
Ukrainian.
Yeah, but anyways, that comes out March 25th.
Yes, I'm super excited.
Yep, and I can't remember off the top of my head. This is stupid for you probably saying, but I saw some of the songs they're covering because that was one of the really cool things about the first season.
I loved it.
They
I'm
did-
binging the first season before it comes out again.
Yeah, I think I might do that too.
Yeah.
They're doing instrumental covers of pop hit songs, and I do remember. So some of the ones they're doing "Thank You Next" by
Yes.
Ariana Grande, and I also heard they're doing a Harry Styles song, and apparently that was the hardest one to get. Harry Styles is very, very protective of his music and how it's heard and how it's used, which is super funny.
What could it
to
be?
me.
We don't know what it is.
Watermelon sugar
I was
high.
like watermelon.
Watermelon sugar. Imagine. Oh my gosh. Well, we know what that song's about,
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
and I mean Simon went down on Daphne in the first season.
That was some of the most explicit sex scenes
That
I've ever
was-
watched on TV.
Yeah.
I can't imagine kids that were watching that in high school with their parents and those scenes were happening.
yeah.
Close your eyes.
Because there's they actively talk about him shooting and
Yeah.
everything. And I was like, wow, this is intense.
So we'll follow up you all later on and see how we thought about that. But something else that I've not watched, and you guys have been kind of watching, I think, CJ, you're further along than Eric is, but it's kind of in the same vein.
Very Bridgerton, very almost what's the other show?
Downton Abbey.
Downton Abbey.
Very old York.
Yes, the Gilded Age.
Yes.
It's on HBO Max, one of our favorite HBO Max shows now.
Yeah, I'm only on episode 2. We just started it, and it's rare that I have to wait and watch a show because Dan doesn't really watch a lot of my TV, and he walked in about 15 minutes into the first episode and got very into it, and then he was like, "No, let's watch another episode," and now I can't watch it until he gets home.
That is such a blessing and a curse because there's been shows where me was like, yes, I can just binge this. And then Spencer started getting hooked in. He's like, no, wait for me for the next episode.
Right.
And I was like,
Right. Well, Steve was at the same way too. He was like, "Oh, are we sure you want to watch this?" I'm like, "I've heard it's got good things." He's like, "Who did you hear it from?" And I just made up. So I'm like, "I don't know. I saw it on Facebook."
What episode are you on?
Anna Delvey.
Yeah, we're now on episode 5.
Okay.
So it takes place in New York, which is great because everyone's
At
American.
the corner of East 61st
Yes.
and 5th Avenue.
But you hear a lot of names that we recognize: the Vanderbilts, the
Yeah.
Rockefellers, the
So, but
J.P.
it-
Morgan.
But it takes place in the late 1800s.
1882, I want to say.
Yeah.
Because it's 100 years before me and CJ were
Still,
born.
yeah, still horse and carriage. The buildings are gorgeous in it. You can
Oh,
really
yeah.
tell New York is coming into itself. But they just, like I said, they started talking about the Rockefellers, the Vanderbilts.
The people who built America.
But they are considered new.
New money.
Which there's a whole thing against the old money and the new money. So the story is about the old money not wanting to let the new money in.
Yeah, so the new money comes into this area of Park Avenue and 5th Avenue and East 61st Street with Upper East Side, and they want to buy their way into New York society with their money. And the old money doesn't want to let them in. They won't even go to dinner or have them over at parties.
Okay, this reminds me of on the
Gays in the 90s? No.
Gayest today.
Yeah.
No, this reminds me of the Titanic.
Yes.
Yes.
When Kathy Bates is new money
Yes.
and Kate Winslet's mom is ooh.
Oh, that's exactly how it is.
Okay.
And it's Christine Baranski's in it. Cynthia Nixon's in it. Meryl Streep.
Miranda?
Yeah.
Yes.
Meryl Streep's youngest.
What color's her hair?
Red.
Oh.
Meryl Streep's youngest daughter, Louisa, is in it.
Uh-huh.
She plays the main character. Which, God, all 3 of her daughters, it's just crazy their resemblance to her.
Right.
Yeah. But they all look different. But they all look like different stages of Meryl.
Yeah, but
It's
there's
funny.
they introduced a love triangle, and there's
a gay
love story.
subplot.
Yeah.
Unlike Bridgerton, we actually did get that gay love story.
Yeah.
So I did look online, and it is a Julian Fellows show.
Okay.
And Julian Fellows did Downton Abbey. But clearly he did Downton Abbey on PBS. So this is on HBO Max. So
Yeah.
I'm expecting the boys to lose their pantalones.
Oh,
It definitely has that feel like we have a lot of time with the servants like down in the basement or whatever, and they when they're having
so
they tell the
They're-
servant. They tell the servant side of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So very familiar. So almost like the American version of Downton Abbey. 'cause
Right,
Downton Abbey
yes.
was in the UK.
yeah. I don't want to give too much away because I'm pretty early in, but I have some theories, so we will revisit this next time
Yeah.
for sure.
It does have two characters from a favorite movie of mine, Center Stage.
Oh, I love Center Stage.
So one was Maureen's mother, the bitch of a mom that's like, Maureen, what have you done?
she plays the mom in a lot of different
So
things,
she
I feel
plays
like.
one of the one of the main house servants for one of the houses, and then the main teacher, ballet teacher, the female opposite. What's his face?
Peter Gallagher?
Yeah. Opposite.
Wait, there are two Center Stage people in this
Yes,
show?
two.
Did
So-
Julian Phillips have something to do with Center Stage?
I don't
I
know.
have questions.
But she's also in it, and she plays a high society, old money person. So a lot of recognizable faces. Like it's like the BC cast of actors that you're like.
Audra McDonald's in it from Private
Yeah.
Practice.
Oh,
She has a
and from Broadway.
yes. So far, I will say minor role.
Okay, yeah.
Very minor role.
But like her daughter on the show plays a very pivotal role with Meryl Streep's daughter. And
Okay.
it's like, it's interesting to watch everything start to unfold. Like, I can't wait to watch it tonight.
Yeah, and the costuming. I mean, if this show
That's what
doesn't
Dan loved
win,
about it, yeah.
If this show doesn't win for the costuming and the set design, I don't know what.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
it's gorgeous.
HBO loves to throw money at these types
Boardwalk
of shows,
Empire,
so-
yeah, like
Yeah.
they don't shy away from that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Game of Thrones.
I don't know how
Yeah.
many times during the episode I kept telling Steve the wigs, like they're so intricate and like they're like curled and braided and they're like all done up. I'm like, I could not imagine every day had to be like, oh, take that off. Like, let's preserve it for the next episode. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, speaking of crazy shows, we finally got through the second season of Euphoria.
Yes, it's over.
It's over.
We can breathe.
I think for how much we loved the build-up, we loved the play.
I needed more.
We were kind of disappointed and let down in the finale.
Yeah, because we all three watched together and it was very disappointing.
Kind of lackluster.
Yeah.
I expected to get some answers, and now that you're coming back for not for 2 years, first of all, don't come at me with no damn 8 episodes. Like, there better be more than 8 episodes, and we better be diving right in.
I don't know. That's like HBO's thing. It's everyone's thing now. Like 8 to 10 episodes is all you're getting.
Well, what do you think when Maddie was holding the Coke can to her toe, and she was like, "Don't worry, it's just the beginning." Like, is she threatening Cassie, or is she talking about like Nate's gonna fucking make your life hell?
well,
No,
Cassie
I
had
mean-
a bloody face.
Well, one of the best parts about the finale was Cassie hitting that brick wall.
Oh my god,
love-
with BB. That's right, Peter asked
Yeah.
Maddie. She deserves.
Oh my
that.
god, they're all running after she hits that brick wall. My favorite meme, I think, is the Chromatica 911 intro synced up to it, and it's like dun 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 dun. Like it's so good. It was like, oh man, Euphoria is for the gays. But yeah, it was kind of a letdown. But I don't. What do we hope for season 3?
Well, we still don't really know. We do know Fezco's outcome. I mean, he did not die, which
He
is
didn't
what we
die.
thought was going to happen.
A lot of fans are pointing out that you did not see Ashtray dead. Like, nobody's showed him dead, so we don't
We
know.
didn't. We did see the laser on his forehead, and then we did hear a thump when the gunshot went off.
That's
but
true. That could be just him getting shot and dropping the gun out of his hand. We don't
I
know.
mean, yeah.
Yeah, no, and I have like in season 3, you're right. We want some answers. We want to know. We want
I
to know
want
about
Cassie to be in therapy. No.
all these people. They need a lot of therapy.
Every last one.
I need to know about the unknown child of Kale.
right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like, and he got arrested. Like, is that really gonna stick?
Right.
Like, what's gonna happen with that?
Because his son told him, the police,
Right.
that,
Yeah,
that seemed a little odd to me.
are Jules and Nate finally gonna get together? Like,
yeah. No, it's all very, very strange.
Yeah, is Nate going to come out as
is Rue gonna live? We don't. I mean, I need to. Who's in the closet? Is that Lori still coming after Rue? What's happening?
Right? I honestly thought at some point when Rue was walking down the hallway, I was like, oh, here come the thugs to grab her and sell her into slavery.
I thought that would be our like finale, like
Yeah,
that's the cliffhanger, like Rue's kidnapped and then that's it. Like, but no, where's Lori? Where are the thugs?
we know they're out there. Because she didn't pay her for the drugs.
She
right?
promised.
She threatened. She knows. Unless Ali's taking care of it.
Yeah, and she she was so lackluster when she
Like
said
the
it, but-
$25,000 question, what's in the suitcase, Rue? Rue's in the suitcase. It's Rue.
It's a real.
I love that Lori was just so calm. She goes,
It's freaky. I don't
She's
like
scared,
it.
man.
That was legit scary.
I'll sell you into trafficking. Like,
Yeah. Just so you know, Rue, like, I don't fuck around. Like, I'll just pick you up and sell you to the highest bidder. I don't lose my money. It's like, the fuck,
no
Lori?
emotions, and
Yeah.
that's the scariest thing.
I need to get out of here
Right.
now.
Run, Rue, run.
Red flag.
And then we
I-
had Miss Thing with her lips. What's her name? I forget.
Oh, she's been going through a lot on social media. I feel bad
That
for
was
her.
because she has
Ruth?
looks.
No, the girl that was that
I know her
helped
name's-
Fez out in the end. That was like
Chloe's her name in real life.
Yeah,
Oh, she's a real life porn
Cherry.
star, isn't she?
Cherry.
I don't
She's
think-
modeled after Cherry or something.
I don't know.
But I feel bad. She's getting like people are coming for her. on
I
social
just
media.
love that
But her lips are.
Well, she messed
very
with
large.
Fez.
you just saw her lips and her looking at
I-
the door
I
for
didn't get
20
my-
minutes.
I didn't get my Lexi Fez closure. Like,
Right.
I needed it.
I want more of that. I mean, I go see Lexi's play. But
And I hope they bring a little bit more of BB back in next season.
Yeah.
She's such an underrated character.
yeah, she got very little screen time.
I love BB.
Yeah.
She's always there to deliver the one-liners when you need
Yeah.
her.
And then hits her
Her vape pen.
hits her vape, delivers that one line, hits her vape pen. Like, what? Who are you?
She has like a formula that's
Yeah.
her acting.
Yeah, I would love her a little bit of her backstory. You know how they do those Euphoria intros?
Yeah.
Would love to know her backstory. She's probably a pimp, but
She's Lori's daughter.
Oh my god.
oh my gosh. All right, well, we're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue chugging our beers and talking about girls and trucks and whatever straight boys do on this podcast.
Straightest podcast ever.
Stay tuned. And we're back, and I know a lot of the time, you know, we joke and we have a good time and we have lots of laughs, but there is something very, very serious that we all feel very, very strongly about, and we just want to kind of address it, you know, is down in Florida, where, I mean, it's Florida, but
I do love Florida.
In February.
yeah, yeah. They've recently, both the Senate and the House have passed the. It's something ridiculous how it's called. It's called like the Parental Education Sexual Activity. It's something ridiculous, but you probably noticed the Don't Say Gay bill. It's passed. It's set to go to Governor DeSantis's desk to sign. He's showed support for it, which is, you know, he's a turd himself. He recently was on stage with a bunch of high school students, and he literally all told them, take off your masks, take off your masks. I'm tired of this COVID theater. It's called it. So he's just a big turd, but he's probably going to sign it. And so what that means is that this bill now in Florida will restrict teachers from talking about LGBTQ issues and representation and what that means. And
What it means is they cannot talk about this podcast in Florida.
right? Don't ban our podcast in Florida.
I'm going to sue you. This is my money.
Yeah, it's just so insane to me. And the other thing that I think is just like the worst part about the bill, if you haven't heard, is there is like a clause that if a teacher finds out that one of the kids is identifying as LGBTQ, or, you know, I don't want to use the word identifying is LGBTQ, they have like 60 or 90 days. There's some time period to report it to the parents. And as we all know, like sometimes the friends you have in you know, school, you're able to confide in them because you don't have a safe environment. And I think it makes me like want to throw up a little bit thinking that these kids are losing a safe space in the schools.
Right. I mean, I felt terrified when I was coming out, like that my parents would find out because of different things that I personally did. I could not imagine also having to worry about, my teachers or these people, these trusted adults that we're supposed to have in our life are also now legally bound to out me to my family and others, just based on what they think might be the case. Like, and it's not even like, oh, we know for a fact that CJ's gay. Like, if the teacher like assumes based on different stereotypes and different actions, then they've got to legally report this to my family, and that's ridiculous.
Yeah, like
I have like no words. It literally boggles my mind how invasive this bill is, and the fact that he's gonna sign this. And Florida like has a huge gay community,
Right.
like I'm gonna say pretty much all the gays we know like go to Fort Lauderdale and like Wilton Manors at some point and like go vacation there in Miami and just Key West, like
Yeah, it's like the Keys.
all of that, like, and you're gonna literally make this a law in your state. Like it's mind-boggling to me.
yeah, and
I
then,
just think it's 50 steps back.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. We are going so far back. Like, it's ridiculous.
yeah, and you're exactly right, CJ, when you're talking about like what if a kid like passes a note or says something and it's even interpreted a wrong way, or someone's even questioning it, and it's just gonna become this big thing. And I mean, even like northern part of Florida is on, in part of the South that isn't as welcoming to the LGBT community.
The panhandle.
Yeah, and like, what if these kids are now in a dangerous situation just because of who they are?
But you have like all these shows out now, like Euphoria and the new Gossip Girl, and it just shows kids in high school and how kids are finally starting to like accept each other's differences. And like, as opposed to when we were coming out in high school, it is nothing like that now. Like the way that kids get to express themselves and their individuality and just be who they are and what makes them happy. Like, and to go so far back on that and strip these kids of that, I can't.
Yeah, it's a mental health issue.
It's going to create more problems.
Because all I keep thinking of is if a student's teacher finds out, the first thing a student's going to think is, what I got to do before, how much time do I have before they actually contact my parents? And that creates issues because the student's going to be thinking of all this other stuff. Like, what do I do? Do I end it now? Like, now they've got a time period. Oh, my teachers found out. It's just a matter of minutes or hours before my parents find out.
In California, that just committed suicide from Stanford. Like, apparently it's come out that the school was threatening her with something. Like, there was going to be some sort of action. It hasn't come out yet what it was, but apparently like that was part of the reason like she committed suicide. And I just think like you're going to have a lot more problems like that on your hands. And I hope he does not sign it.
I mean, I would hope that too, but based on his history and his political views, it's definitely going to happen. I just hope that, I know a lot of teachers, they're really good friends of mine, and they're very supportive of their students. I would only hope that the teachers in Florida really reject this bill and just refuse to follow the rules in place. And I'm very hopeful that a large majority of teachers will do this, but there will be teachers who believe in this bill and who will be very willing to follow this new law. And it's sad, and it just...
Very sad.
Yeah, I honestly don't understand what we're gaining from this, and like what is this going to accomplish. So, and I've seen a lot of high schools and like clearly like elementary school students probably don't even know like what's really happening in this and that, but I've seen a lot of like upper element or like middle school and high school, those students are like protesting and doing walkouts and like trying to like, we do not want this, we do not need this. So it's like, it's just real heavy. So I think we all want to express our love and support for anyone listening in Florida and all of our teacher friends who constantly have to not only worry about educating the future of America, but also protecting them and making a spot or a space where they can feel they can grow
safe.
And they can learn and safe and explore everything in a safe environment. Like, God bless you all. And man, really sending
all the love, positive vibes.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, just keep thinking, fuck what other people think. You're beautiful. You're worthy. You have value. Just push through it. It's going to be brighter at the end of the day.
Absolutely. And I think one of the reasons that we're able to be in this place now, and that it has been such a huge mark of visibility, is our Queen RuPaul.
Yeah, I mean, like some of those stories on Drag Race that like they tell from their childhood and like what they were allowed to do or what music they were allowed to listen to or how they got beat. And,
like
the religious views, like it's a really great platform.
On the recent season, when Carrie Colby was talking about how her upbringing was so religious, she wasn't allowed to listen to secular music. And when she first heard like Destiny's Child, she was at the mall.
Oh, I remember hearing
and
that.
she heard them, and
It
she's
made me
like,
laugh.
"What is this?" And she's like, was just obsessed, and like, it was like their second or third album.
Yeah.
She only know Destiny's Child's 3 members. Like, she didn't even know.
I just kept thinking of Rita and Sister Act 2.
Yes.
Give me the headphones.
Yes. So
And the
it's-
sheet music.
yeah, so you hear that, and then it also just fills me with so much joy that you have someone who's much, much younger, like Georges, terrible at that, who her father, or his father, whatever way you want to, whether he's in or out of drag, is so supportive.
Yes.
And goes to his drag shows and is so awesome. And it's like, because we're moving the needle, and I love that. And RuPaul, I think, has been a huge
Influence.
influence. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we never know what we're going to get dealt when, we either choose to come out or we're forced to come out or whatever reason. But you just got to take it with a grain of salt. Sometimes it's going to be great. Sometimes it's going to be bad. My case, it started off bad, but now it's fantastic. Like, I've got such a loving, supporting family, and they love me and they love my husband. So even if it starts off bad, it might not end out bad. So just always...
It does get better.
Yeah.
It does get better.
Really does. It really does.
But I mean, speaking about Drag Race, so
Yes.
next week is Snatch Game. It's one of my I'm sorry, not
it's
next
been
week.
so long.
This Friday. Yeah,
I
like
am so ready. Love Snatch.
I love Snatch Game. I think like this year's cast is very strong. I'm very curious to see what they're gonna do. A couple of them.
Do we have a preview? Do we know what anyone's
They
doing
did
yet?
not really show a preview.
that's
Oh,
pretty
I saw
smart.
a preview.
Oh, did
I
you?
didn't. Oh, then
So,
I was
like-
supposed to cut off.
Oh, I saw like Willow Pill is doing Drew Barrymore.
Love
Oh,
it.
that's good.
He has a voice down.
Yeah.
He just keeps surprising me every week, so I'm excited.
I'm a little shocked he didn't do Moira from the Schitt's Creek.
that would have been good.
Because but maybe because he's already been compared to it by Michelle.
Yeah.
Yes, I was like,
And
didn't the one person say
yeah,
that was very
Willow,
more?
But I was like, he did it so well. Like, he could have, and like, that's a character that would be so easy and fun to do at Snatch Game. You could just really bring it home. That's really the only one I remember. Sorry.
Well, so last week was kind of interesting because it was the lip sync was between Georges and
Jasmine
Kennedy, and they are both two very strong lip singers, and they crushed it.
And when I heard what song they were going to lip sync to, I was like, oh,
It was Tony Braxton, "Unbreak My Heart," wasn't it?
no, that was,
Or was that the week before?
the
That was the
Carrie
week
Colby.
before, yeah.
That was
Okay.
the remix.
Okay.
And it was the remix, which I didn't love, and it
Same.
was really bad, and I was like, ugh. And so this week was also like, oh shit, you can talk because I'm trying to remember what it was.
Well, anyways, they like literally when they did the lip sync, it was just kind of crazy because of what's going on in the world right now, and it's something that stood out to me. But Georges was in this like blue, like this royal blue outfit, and then Jasmine was in this like neon yellow, basically. So they basically looked like the Ukraine flag, and they like had this kick-ass lip sync battle, and then at the end of it, like they were both so good. Rue didn't send either of them home, and it was like for me just like something of peace, and I was just like it just related to what was going on in the world. I was just like, I want everybody to be calm, and like this world just needs to settle down, and prayers being sent to Ukraine. But it was just a moment that stood out for me on Drag Race.
I love when Rue like really recognizes, okay, you both just left it all on the stage. You threw it down. I'm not going to send you home.
Yeah, like they both. I was amazed by both of their performances, and Georges has always been known as like a lip sync queen and a performer. So when she gets up there, she's gonna slay. She's already been in the bottom once. When she did it, I was like that is a bitch I don't want to go against.
Yeah, I love Georges. I think definitely her lip syncs. She's going to be a lip sync assassin on future episodes of whatever. But like, girl's got to pull the rest of her game together, though.
Well, I am not a fan of Diabetes. She is getting on my nerves.
No. I found out it's Something's Got a Hold on Me by Etta James, and it wasn't. So it's a song from the 60s. So it's an old song, and I was like, oh man, this is going to be such a letdown. Those two queens served it. They knew every word. I honestly was like, this is a hard choice, and I get why she let them both stay.
Yeah.
It was. And even all the queens were like, we honestly.
Who's got the goddamn gold bar? I want to know.
Right?
I
Isn't
know.
that funny?
Like, I'm
I
like,
feel
okay.
like none of them have it, and Rue's just like playing.
Michelle Visage is gone.
Or it's going to be like the winner. Like,
Yeah.
Will Pill's got it.
Yeah. Yeah. How crazy. But yeah, so it'll be super interesting to see Snatch Game. Very, very interested in seeing that. And the other thing that's going to be snatching up in just a couple of weeks is an Oscars.
Yeah, I was so mad. We watched the season finale of Euphoria. I did not know the SAG Awards were on that night, or we could have totally like
Just
made a night out of it.
And they looked real, and I didn't realize the red carpet's back.
Yeah.
Things are,
so
who
who hosted the SAGs? Anybody, or was it virtual? What was it?
No, it wasn't virtual.
It wasn't virtual. Everyone was there.
Everyone was there. Yeah, there was
No
no red
host?
carpet. No, there could have been. We didn't even know what was happening.
Right? I
I
still
love the
didn't.
SAG Awards, the SAG and the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
But now the Oscars are coming, so I was just
Yeah.
asking Josh the other day because it's usually who's cleaning up at the awards is usually going to win, and Will Smith has been cleaning up for his
Everyone-
Venus and Serena movie.
Yeah,
so I'm wondering
for
if
King Richard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if he's going
And
to win the Oscar.
Everyone thinks he's going to win it. So that'll be fun to watch.
I love Will Smith. I hope he does win.
Yeah. So
Well, he can
everyone's
sing, he can dance, he can act.
everyone's
Looks good
thinking he's
naked.
going to win. The other big front runners now are Jessica Chastain
For
the
Eyes of Tammy Faye. I love that movie so much.
It's on my list.
She did a great job. Andrew Garfield was great in it. Andrew Garfield is great.
Oh, yeah,
period.
he's nominated too. Yeah.
But
yeah, he's going to lose to Will Smith.
I mean, it kind of was a typecast character for it was not a typecast character. He plays a little gay, so I think Andrew Garfield always seems a little hey girl, so it fit right up in his alley. But Jessica Chastain had those mannerisms down. She was Tammy Faye.
We were
I
just
love
talking
Jessica
about these like
Chastain.
biopics because I watched Pam and Tommy Lee, and you were like, oh, like they've been getting rave reviews, and like she looks just like Pamela.
Yes.
he did a great job. He looks like Sebastian Stan.
They
looks
do
a
4
lot like Tommy Lee.
hours of prosthetics on them.
Okay, it was some of the show though. Like, there's a point where like his penis is talking to him, and it like looks up, and it's
Yeah.
like moving its head up and down, and I'm like, okay, this is a little corny for me.
So I did hear Pamela is pissed about the show, and she is in talks with Netflix
Oh, girl, it's already been signed.
to
It's
do her
coming.
own version of what happened.
Now it's good.
She's gonna set the story straight.
Right. Okay.
And Netflix threw that money at her. They're like, oh,
Netflix always throws the
of course
money.
they did.
yeah, because the Pamela and Tommy Lee's on Hulu.
Yeah.
Hulu's trying, but they
They
don't
said,
got
"No, I
that.
have transfer."
They don't got that money. So that's best actor and best actress. Best picture, everyone's saying is going to be The Power of the Dog, which is that Western on
seen it,
Netflix
yeah.
that recently Sam Elliott came out and said that's not a Western. That's a bunch
Benedict
of
Cumberbatch did it, didn't he?
Yep.
Your
Benedict and
Yeah,
then
I haven't
Kirsten
watched it.
Dunst and her husband
Jesse
Plemons.
Jesse.
or they're not married. They just have babies together.
No, I think they're married. Oh, they might just be.
I think they're
engaged.
just they live in Texas and they just have babies and do their own thing. I don't think they're married, but they're both nominated and they're probably both going to lose. But Sam Elliott recently came out and was just like trashing it, saying that's not a Western. And this is what he said. He goes, "It's a bunch of men running around shirtless in like chaps." And I was like, this kind of makes me want to watch it
So
more.
it's gay porn.
Well, and I think Kristen Dunst. So she marries Jesse Plemons in it, but she has a son from a guy that died, and they move in with Benedict Cumberbatch because he's like this big baron. It's Jesse Plemons' brother, and
Wait, did you say this big bear?
baron,
Oh,
like a land baron.
It's like,
but Benedict Cumberbatch, they say has a straight up unusual relationship with her son. So I think Benedict Cumberbatch is gay and does something with Kristen Dunst's gay son.
Call Me By Your Name, Part 2.
Oh
yeah.
my god! Don't even bring up
But
Armie Hammer.
Call Me By the Dog. So
Who's
and
up
then-
for supporting? And
So that's the supporting is kind of the one that's kind of up in the air. So far, everyone thinks that the guy from Coda is going to win for best actor in a supporting role.
Didn't see that either.
Coda is the movie that all of the actors are deaf, and so
Yes.
the majority.
oh, okay, I did see
it's
Marley
got
Hammond.
Marley Matlin.
Marley Matlin
Yeah.
Hamlin.
Yep. So Troy Kotsur, I think his name is. He's won the SAG, he's won the Golden Globe. Everyone thinks that, and they think he'll probably beat out Jesse Plemons for Power of the Dog. So the other one that's kind of like we don't know what way it's gonna go is Best Actress in a Supporting Role. Kirsten Dunst got her nomination for Power of the Dog, and everyone said it was really, really great. But the girl that's been winning it all is Family. It's Ariana DeBose for West Side Story.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yep, she was in Prom, the musical on
Yes.
Netflix that Eric watched 10 minutes of it and hated.
Hated it.
But Ariana DeBose, she was in the original cast of Hamilton on Broadway. She's she's either bisexual or lesbian.
Did Kirsten Dunst win for Interview with a Vampire?
No.
No.
She won for the.
She was nominated, I think.
She won for The Pianist.
No, that's Anna Paquin.
Oh, that's
Kirsten Dunst does not have an Oscar.
Does she not?
No.
No,
doesn't.
she was. I was like, I think she was nominated for
I
Interview with a Vampire.
I think this is like her first nomination. I think they
That's
were
right. It
talking
was
about
Anna.
that-
I was like, I know there was a young
Anna Paquin.
girl, but it was Anna Paquin.
Oh, I might be thinking about.
I think
Anna
you are.
Paquin,
I don't
yeah.
think she was nominated. She might have gotten a Golden Globe, but she did not get an Oscar nom. But yeah, so Ariana DeBose, and it'll be, if she wins, it'll be one of the first times ever that someone has won for the exact same role twice. Because Rita Moreno made history
Right.
as the first Latina actress to win Best Supporting Actress
In the original.
for playing Anita, and Ariana DeBose is playing the exact same role. So that'll be kind of like a fun Oscar
Yay, fun
moment.
fact.
And she's young and beautiful and
I
family.
like the first 10 minutes of the Oscar and the last 10 minutes of the Oscar. Like, I don't need to know Best Director,
Well-
Foreign Screenplay.
Well, in our
Okay, they're
host-
coming under fire for that because the Oscars wanted to cut out all the stupid categories you don't like, and everyone threw a fit.
Yeah, they're doing it beforehand.
Well, that's how,
Not
like, when we
televised.
watched the ACMs the other day, like, people had already been given their awards. I'm like, yeah, give them their awards. I don't need to know your speech. I don't need to know your 10 kids' names. Like,
But our host,
I want to see what you're wearing.
The hosts, there's 3 hosts.
yes, and it's a
Wa-
little.
It's different. It's Wanda Sykes, Regina Hall, and Amy Schumer.
I don't really like
Girls Trip, Scary Movie.
Legally Blonde. No, I'm sorry, Miss Congeniality.
Did I say Regina Hall?
No, wait.
Yeah.
No, I apologize. It's not Regina Hall.
It's not Regina Hall?
I take it back.
I was
It's,
like, didn't Regina's Hall's child just pass away?
No, it's
a
not.
pretty big
Guys,
thing to
I
do.
take it back. It's the girl from Girls Trip and from Scary Movie. She plays like Cindy's best friend in Scary Movie.
Sandy, your TV's leaking.
To be honest, I never watched any of this. I mean,
You've never seen a Scary
No,
Movie?
I've seen them.
She's the one that's like-
Shyler Lee or whatever from Grey's Anatomy was in it, but
Are you sure it's not Regina Hall?
I don't think it is.
Look it up. Look it up.
Oh shit! Now the
But
now the promo.
now we got an ad. But if it's not Regina, this is the one you're talking about. She's the one in Scary
Regina
Movie.
King?
Regina King.
No, so it is Regina Hall. I said Regina Hall. Regina King is the one that lost her
Son.
son.
Okay.
Okay.
I knew I was right.
I didn't know there were so many Reginas.
So who is it? Who is it?
Sure it's not?
I'm positive it's Regina Hall.
It's not Regina George?
It's
Are you sure?
Regina Hall.
Okay, so Regina Hall.
Regina Hall.
The one from Scary Movie?
Yes.
Okay, the ones Ray, I'm gonna shit all of these walls.
Oh my god!
Yes.
This Scary Movie's like his favorite movie. He can't stop referencing it. Like he keeps one-lining it.
Oh my gosh.
Cindy, would you run from Kaliska Flockhart?
I mean,
bitch.
he's gonna show up to his birthday brunch in like a Regina Hall T-shirt. Like,
Listen,
we get it. You love Regina Hall.
We said we're not gonna mention my birthday.
but we have to mention
No,
your
we
birthday.
No, we're gonna bleep that out.
Yeah.
CJ's turning bleep.
29
exactly.
plus 11.
Oh, shady queen over there. Well, on that note, we've reached the end of our time together for this episode, boys.
It was a good one though.
It was fun.
Lots of stuff happening in the world. Spring is coming out all
Yeah.
over. Like,
Apparently, beers are good little social lubricant.
Very straight podcast.
Yeah. Oh man, what would happen if we brought in like mimosas or
Oh,
sparkling wine?
no, talk about the gayest.
I was like, you didn't tell me I didn't take any heartburn medicine.
Ah. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. We appreciate. We love you so much. One final note: we just want to send all of our love and support to all those people out in Ukraine. We love you. We support you. Be safe. And until next time.
Later, bro.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! He was like 2 seconds away from like trying to like fist bump us.
Yeah.
Let's bump chest.
When does like the slapping the asses part happen? Because that part of straight culture I'm into.
Time to hit the showers, boys.
Yeah, let's do this. Euphoria style.
Yes, I need a hero. Fade out, Chad.